593 is shut down, so we have got to find another track to race at. Luckily for us, there is another track within a few hours of here. We are headed to D&D Greens Creek Speedway up in Mississippi. It is about probably 2.5 hours from the house pulling the trailer, but we're gonna go ahead and get our stuff together and head over there for their race tomorrow. It's actually their first points race of the season. If you watched our last few videos, you know we finally have our new Champ Kart together and ready to run. We were ready to run at the last race we attended at 593, but the rain ran us off. So we still have it ready, but since that last video, I went ahead and got to 236 up and running. This little engine came with the black cart that Wyatt is running in box stock, that I ran in box stock last year. And actually, this engine is the reason I bought that cart, because we decided as a class we were gonna run basically an open rule 236. Everything's fair game except no more displacement than 236 cc's and no billet block and no billet head to keep it somewhat reasonable. So this engine is ready to go. I would start it up, but I don't have a starter box. I went ahead and started it with a drill, and I'm scared for my wrists, so I'm not gonna do that again, but it does run. We're gonna go ahead and swap it out for the engine we have on the Champ Kart right now, so we'll be ready to run this one tomorrow at D&D. We're gonna get this motor off of here. If you don't have a couple of these dirt bike stands from Harbor Freight, you need to pick them up, especially if you don't have an electric cart lift type stand. I'm here by myself. I really don't have a lot of people to help me today. Nugget's out playing with his friends. So I've got to get this thing up off on the ground on something, and I certainly can't lift it all the way up on one of our rolling cart stands. But I can shove one of these dirt bike stands under the back of the cart and under the front of the cart, and it's high enough off the ground for me able to work under it and get this motor off. We've made it out to D&D Greens Creek Speedway in Carson, Mississippi. Unfortunately, our track 593 Motorsports has closed for the time being, so we hit the road and found another place to race. We're about 2 hours from home, and we've got a pretty good contingent behind the camera here that's joined us from the Baton Rouge area. But we just pulled up, we're setting up our stuff, and we'll be qualifying soon. We're so excited to be here. This looks like a really cool track. About the same size straightaways as our home track, but about twice as wide of turns. And we're looking forward to having a fun day. Gonna have to change some gears probably, get used to a new track that we've never been to, but it's all part of learning and all part of the fun. Thank you. It died. You can't pull it, it needs a starter box. Oh. While I was getting the starter box, CW came off the track. As I'm walking back, I see that his cart is on fire. We think what happened is he ran it so lean that the exhaust got so hot it lit the heat shield on the exhaust on fire. So you see him throw his helmet off here, start to get out the cart. We were calling for people to find a fire extinguisher or some water, and eventually someone came up with a bucket of water and extinguished his cart. But unfortunately, we never did get this motor started again. He had to switch motors, so you won't see him in the heat race, but he gets things straightened out for the feature. Honestly say that's the first time I've ever been scared in a go-kart. That 236 is a monster. So that's 236R from EC Carbs. That is a heck of a freaking motor. Those treads aren't just right for this track. That cart's set up for 593 Motorsports. making it work. If I can get it down low, it'll grab, but if I get out the groove, that thing feels like it's gonna fly off the track. So we just have to take our time and get it around those corners and try to stay out of the fence, but dang, that thing is fast. All right, just take your time and learn the track, okay? It's gonna be a little bit different kart than it was before because I changed the gears, okay? Just stay in the black, you got it? All right, you good? Woo-hoo! All right, here they go. Shannon. All right, who's starting to hold? CW? What number are you? 86, huh? Plate and go. Harper's bouncing a little in the turns, but it is. We got a few bumps between 1 and 2. Harper bounces a lot more than Leighton.
Hit the gas pedal, do your best, no crying, no screaming.
She gonna be upset. This big old track is just holding it wide open and making it stick.
Hey, I was going to say, y'all want to, 1 and 2 of the fans, of these three, you come stand right here. Y'all ain't got to stand behind the fence.
I don't have any smaller gears. I need a smaller rear gear or a bigger front gear. Ooh, she slid up in that turn. To give her a little more speed, but we don't have anything here with us. Next time we come to this track, we'll know. 2 to go. Leighton just got just a hair more speed, and without mistakes, that's just how it's going. Not quite as exciting on these tracks as it is on a little track. She's getting a little too high in those turns, and that's why she's sliding out. Leighton and Andy are both a little further in. Good job, Harper. Tell me what the kart was doing.
It started good.
It's just like when you go through the corners?
Yes.
Like, could you feel it bouncing when you were doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just got some bounces in the corner. We'll go down on air pressure a little and try to get it to where it's not as bouncy when you go through the corners. You felt like it was fast though, just not quite fast enough?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just change air pressure. There's really nothing else we can do. If next time we come here, we'll get some new gears for it so we can gear it to where you can go a little faster. But you had fun?
Yeah.
All right, good job, babe.
I'm just gonna hope he overdrives it. wet on my lips. See me now, so you're just gonna watch where I am. Well, it's going to take some learning, that's for sure.
Oh man, that was wild. First time I've raced that kart, first time I've run that engine, first time I've been to this track, and I really don't know what the hell I'm doing anyway. So with all that in mind, I didn't spin out. I somewhat kept up with Shannon, and Shannon is old school dirt car driver. He's been racing for a long time, so no shame for me from finishing where I did relative to him. And we're still learning. CW got his motor on, so he'll be out there with us next round. But learning a little bit at a time. But that was a handful, but it was a whole lot of fun. Feeling a little better. So I'm here, Mr. Danny. Mr. Danny, this is your track?
Yes.
How did you come to own this track?
Well, we had a youngin' that was in the racing, so we bought the track since they shut it down and give everybody a place to race.
That's awesome. And how long have you had it now?
This is the 3rd year.
And you got family that races out here still?
And,
Nope. So you running it for everybody else?
Yep, they moved to Florida.
What makes you keep coming out here every weekend to do this?
Oh, we just love racing.
Yeah, well, we really appreciate you doing this. It's our first time up here. We came from Baton Rouge, and it's great. We love
Glad
it.
to have y'all.
We're having a good time, and I don't think it'll be the last time.
Well, good.
Thank you, Mr. Danny. I
You
appreciate it. All right, girl. You ready? You gonna have fun? You gonna go get them? All right, girl. All right, here goes Harper. Mini wedge feature. We're probably gonna send them green flag here. We got Leighton in pole position, Harper first row outside, and Andy second row inside. There they go. Gotta go. Ooh, Leighton's got a run coming off them turns. Gonna go like last time. I mean, the gears are the same. Everything's pretty much the same. I let a little air out of Harper's tires, brought the pressure down so that she could have a little bit less bumpy ride. But besides that, all the motors, all the gear is the same. No reason it shouldn't end the same as long as everybody keeps it together. And that is what's happening. He's kind of walking away from him. Man, he's keeping up with Harper good. Next race here, when we get the gearing right and they're going a little faster, they're going to have a little more driving involved instead of just flat putting it around. And then it ought to be a little more interesting. Halfway. Harper got a little to the outside, slid, and he closed that gap a little bit. Andy's closing on her a little, for sure. Harper is way high there. 2 to go for Harper. Harper, if she does not get down in that groove, I bet your little arms are getting tired. But Andy is right there. She's way too high. So why she's running that line? She held her off. Good race, Harper. All right. Good job, girl. You had fun? All right. They're just going to take her picture as the winner, but then you can go pull over where we are, all right? All right, good job.
Here we frickin' go! He is just a lot smoother than I am. Alright, well. Then my throttle just stuck. wearing me out. One to go.
Wow. All right, well, we're getting the hang of it. I think if I'd have had some slicks and not been running these treads, then we might have had a little more grip, but I inadvertently left the slicks at home, so this is what we're stuck with. That 360 camera flopped all around, but it stayed on this time, so hopefully we got a good view for most of the race. So, pretty much done now. Load up, head home. We got some rain coming. But we'll wrap this up in the trailer. See you in a minute. What a fun night. Did y'all have a good time?
Yeah.
What was your favorite part?
Racing.
You almost caught Harper. That was fun, huh? Mm-hmm. That was awesome. It was really great here at D&D Greens Creek. We had a good time. It's been a beautiful night. We're going to pack up now because we do have some rain headed in and we want to get out of here and get our stuff picked up before it starts raining. But it was a ton of fun and we're definitely going to be back here. Yeah, Andy wants to say something.
Y'all should definitely come here.
I agree.
It's very fun.
Thanks, Andy. Well, y'all have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week.